So after reading The House on Mango Street, I felt like it was my moral obligation to put in my perspective on this book, since I don't come across many Latin American books taught in the school system. So I'm going to give my perspective on The House of Mango Street. The first thing I'm going to talk about is language and identity. So first in the chapter, No Speak English, Mamacita is struggling to learn English and also wants her son to speak Spanish at home. Now, my Latinos know this very well, that we have been instructed to only speak Spanish at home, and it's really to preserve communication and preserve the Spanish language in a country that really only wants you to speak English. It's inheritance and identity, like a name. A name is part of your identity and quite literally says who you are as a person. For Latinos, our names are complicated, and like Esperanza in the story, she thinks that her name sounds harsh when her English-speaking classmates say it, but it sounds a lot more softer in Spanish. When I'm about to tell somebody my name, I have to kind of stop and think about how I'm going to pronounce it depending on who I'm talking to. And the thing is, my first name isn't all that complicated. It's my last name that people always butcher it no matter what. Without fail, they will always say it wrong the first time. Alright, I'm going to take attendance here. Is it Juliana or is it Juliana? Yeah, it's Juliana. Juliana, okay. And then your last name, bear with me. Pancho Pachico. Hey, do your parents own that one Mexican restaurant that's around here? What is it called? Pancho Villa. No, we don't own that restaurant. We're not Mexican. Oh, are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, alright. Next person. Now, if you thought that was racist or a microaggression, you'd be right. Which will bring me to my next point. Racism. Now, I have been called a whole lot of different slurs growing up in the American school system that I cannot repeat in this video or else YouTube will take this video down. When I was in elementary school and I would tell people that I was Salvadorian, they'd ask me, what city in Mexico is that? And I would have to tell them that El Salvador is its own country, and they'd look at me like I told them I was from Narnia or some other place that didn't exist. And I just kind of felt like that Maid in Clueless were sheer mistakes for being Mexican.
He's your gardener, why you don't tell him?
Lucy, you know I don't speak Mexican.
I'm not a Mexican.
Great, what was that all about?
Lucy's from El Salvador.
So?
It's an entirely different country.
What does that matter?
It actually matters a lot, Cher. Later in life, when people could actually point El Salvador on a map, came the gang jokes. And the jokes would be something like this. Oh, you're Salvadorian? Oh, you must be part of a gang, or like your uncle's part of a gang or something. Now, I shouldn't have to say this, but people always manage to surprise me with their stupidity. But you shouldn't make jokes about gangs unless you want to get beat up. But moving past that, I'm gonna talk about the patriarchy in the Latino community. Now, there are a handful of women that get confined to their homes, abused, and have to take care of a handful of kids by themselves in the House on Mango Street. And sadly, this is actually the norm in the Latino community. Women are expected to cook, to clean, to take care of the kids, and to take care of the husband all together. My mother on a daily basis will get back home at around 4 p.m. and she'll cook and she'll clean around the house up around 8 p.m. And same thing with me and my sister. We'll like wash the dishes and do anything else around the house if we have time for like work and like school and all that stuff. And the crazy thing is, I was told by both my parents, both my dad and my mom, that I had to learn how to cook and clean, not for survival skills, but to take care of my husband. So as a Salvadorian American myself, after reading The House on Mango Street, I realized that the Latino community has a lot to work on. But we're still making progress and strides are still being made towards a better future for our community.